Hi, I'm Randy Jeffers, and I'm just pouring myself a glass of milk here. I have a great story about a very special glass of milk. One day there was this boy that was going to school, and he wasn't very rich. As a matter of fact, he was very poor, and so he was working his way through school by going door to door and selling goods. And one day he got so hungry that he just didn't know what to do. He got in his pocket, he found out he had only one little thin dime, and so he just decided at the next house, he's going to ask him for a meal. So he got to the next house, but he lost his nerve because there was this lovely young gal that opened the door, and so instead of asking for the meal, he asked for a glass of water. Well, she looked at him and she said, well, this guy must be very hungry. So she brought him this large glass of milk, probably a lot bigger than this glass, but he drank it down very slowly. And when he was all done, he asked her, he said, well, how much do I owe you? And she said, you don't owe me anything. She said, Mother has taught us that never, ever should we accept pay for a kindness. And he says, then I thank you from the bottom of my heart. As Howard Kelly left that house that day, he not only felt stronger physically from the milk, but his faith in God, his faith in man, they had just gotten strengthened as well. And he'd been ready to give up and quit. Well, years later, that young woman, she became critically ill. And all the local doctors, they were baffled, and so they finally sent her to the big city where they called in all the specialists to come in and study her rare disease. And one of the doctors that they called in for the consultation was Dr. Howard Kelly. And when he heard the name of the town that she came from, this strange feeling kind of came over him, and he immediately got up. He walked down to the hall to her room, and he was dressed in his hospital doctor's gown, but he went in to see her, and he recognized her at once. He went back to the consultation room determined to do his best to save her life. And from that day on, he gave special attention to this case. Well, after a long struggle, the battle was won, and Dr. Kelly had requested that to the business office that when they sent the bill out to her, that they passed the final bill to him so that he could sign it for approval. And so when he got it, he looked at it, and then he wrote something on the edge of the paper, and then sent the bill to her room. And when they came with the bill to her room, she feared, because she just knew that it was more money than she had ever been able to make in her life. And so she opened up the bill, and she looked at it, and there on the edge of the bill it said, paid in full with one glass of milk. Here's to your absolutely incredible success.